Tell me if this sounds familiar. You are the one people come to for creative ideas. You build killer brand stories. You execute campaigns with flair. But when it comes to sharing your own voice, you freeze. You overthink. You quietly ask yourself, who am I to do this? You're not alone. In fact, a shocking study from the International Journal of Behavioral Science found that 70% of high achievers suffer from imposter syndrome. That is quite shocking at some point in their career, and that number higher among creatives in the corporate roles. So today, let's get honest. Let us talk about the kind of self-doubt that no one or no amount of journaling, affirmations, or LinkedIn likes can fix. Let us talk about the kind of self-doubt that hides behind your polished tech and perfect grammar. This episode is for the corporate creative who looks confident but feels stuck and secretly small. In this video, you're going to learn about the three deepest truths that no one talks about when it comes to breaking free from relentless self-doubt. Stay with me till the end because we are not just talking another mindset hack, we are going deeper, shadow work deeper. So, hello, beautiful soul. I am Tuamika Sen, shadow work mentor, authenticity coach, journaling guide, whatever it is that you want to call me, and founder of my brand, Detangle Your Thoughts. I help high performing yet emotionally exhausted corporate creatives unbecome who they are not and finally reclaim their creative voice, soul aligned career path, and full truth without shame. I used to think self doubt meant something was wrong with me. Now I know it was just my story asking to be rewritten. So let's begin. Here's the thing. Corporate creatives don't suffer from a lack of ideas. Never. They suffer from a lack of permission to show up as themselves. You have been praised for your polish. You have been rewarded for your performance. And slowly, the you underneath it all gets quieter. That is where the self-doubt lives. Not because you're broken, but because you have been conditioned to disown your own truth in exchange of acceptance. So let us change this through this video. So let's take a glimpse at the three secrets. Give me a second. Yeah. So the three secrets in a nutshell are that self-doubt is not a mindset issue. It is an identity wound. We will understand about this. The second one is perfectionism is self-doubt in disguise. My God, this is so bang on. And the third one is self-trust isn't a feeling, it is a skill that you have to develop over time. It is like building a muscle. So let us understand each of the three secrets with a little bit more depth. So the secret one is self-doubt is not a mindset issue, it is an identity wound. Let's just say it. You don't think your way out of self-doubt. You heal your way out. Self-doubt isn't always about confidence. It is about identity, who you believe you are allowed to be. Many of us were raised with stories like be the achiever, don't be too much, be useful, be liked, be impressive, right? Does this sound familiar? So even as you succeed outwardly, you start shrinking inwardly. Why? Because the loudest voice in your head is still your inner child wondering, will they love me if I stop performing? Isn't it? That is not a branding problem. That is an inner healing invitation. Until you feel safe being you, you will always question if you are enough. And that is what changed everything for me when I stopped fixing my mindset and started healing my worth. When I started accepting me for who I truly am. That's the game changer. Now, the second secret. Perfectionism is self-doubt in disguise. Oof, this one hit hard for me. I used to think I was just detail-oriented until I realized I wasn't aiming for excellence. I was avoiding judgment. I was terrified of not being perfect, not being good enough. Every high standard I set wasn't about growth. It was about fear. What if I mess up? What if I get it wrong and everybody sees? What if my first draft isn't brilliant? Thoughts like these. So here's the truth. Perfectionism is just self-doubt wearing a mask. It convinces you to wait until it is perfect. But confidence, it is built by moving, even when it is not perfect, even when it is messy. And let's face it, who is perfect? It is our imperfections that make us beautiful, doesn't it? When I began allowing myself to speak before I felt ready, post before it was polished, and show up before I felt like an expert, my whole game changed. And more importantly, I began trusting myself. Now, the final secret is that self-trust isn't a feeling, it's a skill. So let's understand secret number three. Here's the lie most corporate creatives believe. Once I feel confident, then I'll act, right? But confidence doesn't come before the action. It comes because of it. Self-trust isn't something you wait for, it is something you build like a muscle. Here's how I did it. I said no to things that didn't align, even if it disappointed somebody. I followed my gut even when I couldn't justify it logically. I honored what I wanted, not just what looked good on my resume. Like, I remember for the longest time, I delayed putting out content because I didn't like my background, didn't like my wall. Like, when you are in this state of self-doubt for a long time, your brain will give you multiple excuses to not do something. Okay? So by doing these, I fought that and I started creating content anyway, despite not liking my wall. And that changed things for me, for real. Every time I kept that promise to myself, every time I put out a post regularly, a little more self-doubt dissolved. Every time I honored my truth, my confidence got louder. Self-trust isn't given, it is earned by you for you. So let us recap what we discussed. So if you're sitting here thinking, why do I still doubt myself even though I am good at what I do? Here's the truth. Your self-doubt is rooted in old identity wounds, not incompetence. Mind it. Your perfectionism is just fear in fancy clothing. Like perfectionism is just a fancy term for your self-doubt, for your fear, for your procrastination, everything. Your self-trust is a skill you can build, one aligned choice at a time. This shift didn't just change my voice, it changed my life, and it can change yours too. So, if this episode stirred something in you, if you are a creative soul stuck behind strategy decks and people pleasing loops, it is time to come home to your own voice. Join me for my free live webinar, Unmask Your Passion, happening every Wednesday and Friday. The next one's on Wednesday, 30th July at 7:30 p.m. IST. We will go deep into shadow work, passion clarity, and how to build a soul aligned career without burning out or breaking down. Register now via the link in the description. Thoughts are feeling fast, come live or stay stuck. Your choice. Until next time, this is Swamika Sen. Keep detangling your thoughts, keep unbecoming who you're not, and above all, keep loving your real, imperfect, and powerful self. Thank you and bye bye.